Do you think there's too much reflection in these sunnies? Right, you'll have to take your glasses off. No, I can see your beady eyes. You look like Millhouse.
Yeah. You know what? I think we should start on a high note. Hey, Hungries.
We're dads.
This is Dad vs. Dad podcast.
The podcast with Kevin and Jeremy, who are brothers.
I'm Jeremy.
I am the other one.
Kevin.
Yes.
Yes, welcome to the show. Have we got a show for you?
We have a show.
Yeah.
We do. I didn't pre-discuss our mountain. It's fine.
You said you have two. That's weird.
I'll give you one, though.
Only one.
No, I don't want to give you too much.
Mm.
I want to spoil the surprises.
We do have to check the votes. We're not prepared. We haven't checked the votes, comments, or anything.
That's all right.
We've got an intro. Cut all the bullshit.
Can you put my second intro in?
I will at the end.
At the end?
Yeah.
You mean people are going to have to wait for that gold?
That'll give something. I'm going to leave this conversation, and people will have something to look forward to at the end.
Isn't it funny discussing what we're going to do? And people are like, they're currently watching it.
Yeah, I like it. It's like inside baseball.
They're like, no, we get what you did. We know where you put it. And we're like, we'll decide.
Yeah. Anything exciting happened today? This week?
Today, What?
Well, something about last week that happened to me, or that I did. It's going to involve me getting up.
Where is it? I'll do it. No.
It's that Pringles can.
Oh, cool.
Not cool. Go get it.
I can't. I've got cushions on the seat. They're in the perfect spot. You'll have to
I've
go.
got cushions.
You'll have to go.
Are you sitting on my cushions?
I have to.
Why?
Lumbar support.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Every episode.
That was a trick.
Well,
These
it's your failure.
These awful things. Minecraft flavoured Pringles, and the flavour they've gone with is suspicious stew. There's so much food in Minecraft they could have gone with. There's all different types of meats. Yes. There's like cakes you can make. There's heaps of things you can make. And they went with suspicious stew.
And what did it taste like?
Like pretty ordinary, not great, like an unsure kind of, what is that even kind of flavour, with a hint of spice at the end.
Isn't it funny how...
But it was like shit. Like, it's just a dumb thing. It's like those noodle chips you had the other day.
Oh, ramen.
Like they started off, oh my god, this tastes exactly like ramen. Wow, they nailed it. And then, this gross aftertaste.
They taste like reflux feels.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That was so yuck.
Well,
it started off like, oh my god, they did it.
It's so crazy because every time I eat like a flavored chip, I'm like, yeah, this is great. And then I think about other flavored chips and I'm like, I guess they all taste the same. Like, one has like a tiny bit of something else. They all have chip taste. Although those ramen twisties were
No, they're not all the same. You can't have a chicken chip and say, yeah, this is the same as salt and vinegar. Or the same as
the exception.
Chili and sour cream.
The exception.
Or chili.
But sometimes you have like barbecue ribs and barbecue. And you're like, yeah, they taste the same.
No, the new flavours, they are like the same, but like more of it or less of it. Like,
guys, we fucked up the recipe again. I'll just name it something.
Yeah. Something went wrong with the machine. It's like, I remember they used to, every now and then they do these big promotional Fruit Loops, the confetti Fruit Loops, where the colours are a bit mixed up.
Whoa!
And like they had different coloured pots all over them. It's like, yeah, the machine just fucked up. And marketing was like,
how do we fix this?
Yeah.
How do we still make money?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Genius.
Oh, do you remember back, it was like the 90s, like back when we first went to Scullin. Good times. So when we were in Scullin, I remember they released a chip packet with like an extra flavoring in it.
Yeah.
And there was like chicken flavor with garlic.
Yeah. Dog breath garlic, they call it. The Samboys ones.
Yeah.
The Samboys are already like more flavory than most chips.
Yeah.
And then, this extra sachet of just craziness on top.
They were
and you
awesome.
would have the worst breath after eating
So
the garlic
bad.
ones. I loved it.
What? You know what? I cooked something at work the other week and it was very garlicky. And everyone, geez, that's garlicky. Everyone else just saying like, man, that has garlic.
Yeah.
I've never thought garlic is a bad smell. Like, and like people are like, oh, garlic breath. Like, garlic's great.
Oh, garlic does smell great, but like when it is in your breath, it's like a different kind of monster.
If someone burps garlic at me, I'll go, whoa.
It's not
I'm not
nice.
Is that what they're meaning by garlic breath? Like someone burps, ooh.
Well, it's not just a burp. Like if you've got garlic breath, it is like a stinky smell when it comes out of your mouth.
Yeah.
Like it is weird, yeah, because you just smell it on like a garlic bread and ooh, I'm in for this.
Garlic, yeah.
But you smell it on a partner's mouth, like I don't want to kiss you anymore.
You've been eating garlic bread.
Yeah.
I can tell.
Gross.
And you didn't share. That's
Yeah.
the problem.
Yeah, that's probably it's jealousy.
It's just jealousy.
Yeah, I get that.
That makes sense.
Yeah, okay.
So that was your week. You ate a Pringle.
Pringles, bad Pringles.
Cool.
Vera picked them out.
Good
like,
for
you
her.
sure you don't want the green ones that you like? I want to try them. Okay.
Suspicious stew.
And I got my flavour one. She tried a couple of them. Didn't like it. Didn't think you would. Can I have some of yours? Yes, you can.
Well, now we have to. No, I make my kids live with their decisions. Nope, yours tastes like shit. Enjoy.
I left my drink bottle up there. I'm all dry.
Do you even want to be here?
I do, but I want I got my revenge last week.
You did. It was a comment, actually.
I know.
Thank you, Tank Jank.
Yeah.
Go get your bottle. Go
Right,
on.
you look up the comments and read them from last week while I deal with this.
All right.
That could be your activity.
My activity. Ooh, woohoo! All right. So, last week, loved Fallout from Tank Jank. Loved Fallout. Well played, Jeremy, making Kevin walk off this episode. Woohoo! The childcare aspect can be frustrating if you do things, but I'm like Jeremy and do not do things.
Yeah,
Now,
not doing things is the best.
I know Tank Jank from before the podcast, and I'm almost certain he was a robot. So, that makes sense. You know, he would just power down.
Not very nice.
Sorry, bud.
I guess he can shit on you on his YouTube show.
Yeah, he can. Yeah. Or he can just respond. Whatever. And then Spacey. Awesome app. I must admit that sometimes in winter I re-wear socks because my feet are so cold and fresh still. I promise they pass the sniff test.
Yuck.
But not the crust test.
Yuck.
Yuck. Okay, that was the app.
The last week's app was good, especially compared to the one before that.
Oh,
Yeah.
way better.
Having like a segment or two
Not just sitting down and talking at each other.
really makes a difference.
Yeah. I mean, it got to a point on those episodes where we were talking about video games. I'm like, I like video games, but
Yeah.
on Kevin's question.
Do you have a new question this week? Can I quickly think of one?
Oh, I
before?
do.
Okay.
It's controversial.
Okay, but yet save it for until then.
Okay. So, how many times do you wear pants between washes was the question. Tank Jank again. Once the voices will not allow it any other way. I think he means he's programmed.
Yeah.
Voices, the robot thing. Take
Yeah.
two. And Spacey, average equals twice. Winter can be a whole week for jeans, but also I alternate pants so that people at work don't think I'm gross. That's why I feel like the question needs to be answered.
Yeah.
Unless you wear a uniform.
Yeah.
Because I used to like go a week of wearing the same pants at my old job.
Yeah. I still do.
And just hope no one noticed.
I hope people do notice.
Until I started getting like holes in certain spots. I'm like, yeah, they'll know.
Yeah. These jeans have been washed since last episode.
Have you ever had Velcro pockets and then accidentally left the house realizing there's a sock stuck?
I've never had Velcro pockets. What has Velcro pockets? It's weird.
Like, you know, like
on boardies, maybe.
Yeah, like, so my work pants have Velcro pockets on the back.
Weird.
So, like, you can put your wallet in and store it and secure it.
You can have a button for that.
Or, well, yeah, a button. But these are Velcro.
Yeah.
You got to be quick sometimes. Like, at the register.
Yeah, or just not. No one's reaching into pockets. I mean, pickpockets, yeah, but.
Well, that's what I mean. This is to secure those people from doing it. Anyway, I've like washed my pants with clothes and then left the house realizing, there's a sock me on me. Yeah, sock me.
Pretty fun.
Yeah, it's a bit fun. My week, let me tell you.
Oh my god.
I was on nights.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Pretty good. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Started watching The Tattooist of Auschwitz. Cried 5 times already.
Jesus.
You're 2 episodes in.
You crying.
No, I couldn't help it.
You don't. Yeah, but you don't tell anyone.
I don't know what it is. I don't
You're
get.
a crybaby.
I don't get sad about anything. Well, I get sad, but I don't get like, sad or really sad. No.
When it comes to Jews.
Oh, it's a glass of juice, not guess the Jews. When it comes to the Nazi stuff and the concentration camps, I'm a mess. I don't know why.
That's amazing.
I don't know why. Anything else. You can beat a kid and I'll be like, oh, that was bad.
I like how we've got our light up there.
Oh, man, we're going to be bleak.
Yeah, sure. Auschwitz, Nazis. Yeah, I get... Yeah. No, that's all... yeah.
Because I've got no, like... Well, I think we have inherited German in us.
Yeah.
So, German blood.
Probably.
So maybe it's like inherited guilt.
You are the kind of person to be guilty about something you're not guilty of.
Hey, I'll say sorry every Australia Day.
You would.
So I was...
Thanks for the land, buckos.
Sorry about how we
Not
got
that
it.
I own any of it.
Oh, yeah, well, this day and age. Yeah, that's how they got us. They're like, let's make things equal. Everyone can't have it.
Yeah.
Bastards. Anyway, so I had a thought this week. So we know a couple of people recently who have been diagnosed with ADHD.
Yeah.
It's all been in the past couple of years. Even I got diagnosed. And...
You know, it's fun. But before... I know. This is a...
Yeah? Yeah.
Another message from someone. Started ADHD yesterday.
Yeah.
I just got that, like, while we were recording.
That's so funny. So, yeah. And essentially, this all happened since COVID. Even during when we started doing lockdown, I got TJ diagnosed with ADHD.
Yeah, but he's super has it.
Oh, he absolutely. He's Specto Boy.
Yeah, he's off the charts.
Off the charts. Common sense does not come easily to that boy. So, I've been thinking about it. They were right. If you get injected, you will become autistic.
The COVID jab did it.
Yeah. Everyone these days, like, we're all getting autism.
But I'm only 50% spectrum.
And you were that forever. So you were always 50%.
Yeah.
You can't count rice, remember?
Yeah.
That was a good joke.
Yeah. Yeah, that was one of my favourites.
Yeah. See, but you don't get aggressive and you are able to maintain yourself. You just do weird things. I mean,
Yeah, I'm a very calm person
isn't it weird though?
sometimes.
Since COVID, it is harder to look people in the eyes at shops.
Is it?
Yeah, I find it way harder.
I've never been good at it anyway.
Yeah, that was confirmed that you were autistic before COVID.
Yeah.
But after, everyone's starting to have these moments where it's like
Everyone's getting it.
they're evolving into
Well, because of COVID jabs.
yeah. So they did it. They're like, don't take it. I'm not taking it because I will become autistic.
Internet comedians did warn us.
They did.
Eric Clapton did warn us.
Eric Clapton.
Yeah, he's a big anti-vaxxer.
Was he?
Yeah.
I mean, he's probably got some trauma related to kids and things anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you heard this bear question going around?
Bear question.
Bear question. Women are asking their men's. Would you rather your daughter run in the woods, run into a bear or a man?
Oh man, a man for sure.
Well, most women pick bear.
I watched a video yesterday where these kids went to a zoo to look at a bear, and a duck and its ducklings made its way into the place as well.
Yeah.
And this bear picked off the ducklings one by one, eating in front of preschoolers. It was horrific.
Yeah, I bet.
I would pick a man.
Yeah.
I can't say it'd be like, I mean, at least you're not going to get your face mauled off.
Yeah. It's so fun, the justifications they have, like, I've never been, I've been harassed by a man. I've been catcalled by a man. I've been followed by a man.
I've
Never once been harassed by a bear. Yeah, okay, buddy. Okay.
How often are you hanging out with bears? Okay, look, I'm 100% on the woman's side on violence against women. I think it's horrific. I think the numbers justify everything.
Violence against everyone.
No, it's not.
It
Violence
is
against...
also.
No, it's not. It's really not.
It is both.
100% of the time, it's not the case.
I know people who it's the man who's getting bashed by women.
I've known people who have been bashed by women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just better at bashing.
Well, nah. It's genuinely a real issue and it does need to be addressed. And
it doesn't need to be addressed now. This is boring. What we should do, listen, the bear... Okay, so they're giving... What women are doing with this, I picked the bear. They're giving men a lot of power in their own minds.
I can be stronger than
They're making them scarier and scarier and scarier. They're making, this whole question, all it does is give men more power.
So you reckon
make them scary.
You reckon there's a dude at home with low self-esteem being like, I'm such a weakling, and women are like, you're scarier than a bear.
Yeah.
And he's like, you're right.
Oh, no. It's not giving men more power. It's giving men more power in their minds.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Self-esteem wise, these men are coming out like, I'm as strong as a bear.
No, because the men aren't thinking that. They're thinking, why pick the bear over me? I'm nice. But the women, even the most gentle, nice, that weenie guy in the chair, he's now more terrifying than a bear. So for her, that's a powerful being in there.
I'll tell you what, it is an issue.
Whatever. It's funny.
Speaking of...
So to them I say, boo. Anyway. So last week, we'll get to our mountains, I think.
I'm going to black out.
Yeah.
I've got one more thing.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I'll bring it in after mountains. Okay, mountains.
Okay. So last week you did sweating, I did using raising minimum wage to improve
Living.
ease of living, whatever. Who cares? It was a long name.
Which,
Anyway, we tied.
by the way, I heard someone say, I haven't looked into it at all, so it could be false.
Yeah.
But I did hear that they are discussing tax rate drop for people on lower income.
Yeah, they always say that. And then they're like, well, look, slightly better than before.
Yeah, well.
Okay, so we tied. So you'll go again because you won the last one we ever had.
I'm such a hero.
So on sweating, Pokes the Sleeping Cat says, get Kevin some magical voodoo crystal deodorant right now.
I did look at that.
Because, yeah.
How long does a crystal last?
Talk about it on many episodes ago. The crystal, years. Years. It's just this like salt crystal.
It absorbs sweat, right?
What?
Does it absorb?
I don't know how. Look, someone looked into the science. One of my friends who I told about it, and they got one. And
Okay.
They were a stinky, stinky, stinky person. Now, no stinky.
I have to say, because I looked into them, and it was like $20 for a crystal.
Wow, mines were like maybe $8. But
I also couldn't find any in the store. It had to be an Amazon purchase.
yeah.
And I'm going, if this crystal is so good, why is it costing $20? And I'm like, oh, well, maybe it lasts forever. And then I was thinking, is it absorbing? How long is this thing absorbing my sweat?
That
and then I put it back onto my...
It goes onto you. It doesn't take stuff off you.
So it is like a...
It applies like a crazy thin layer of, I don't know, salt or some shit to your
Crystal.
pits. And it like,
Do you ever get itchy pits?
no, they don't get itchy, they don't get sweaty, they don't get nothing. Because this shit's magic.
Yeah, okay. You're not really a stinky person either.
I am when I'm not wearing it, because you've only known me during crystal times. And also, I can smell this post.
Very cool.
So yeah, we tied. What is your mountain for this week? By the way, for those joining us for the very first time, this is Mountain or Molehill. We bring in issues and problems, which we call mountains, and then you can go to our website, or you can go see us on Patreon at r/mountain or molehill, and you can vote up if it's a mountain, or down if you think it's a molehill, or you can go to patreon.com.
You made such a mess. You're like, you can visit us on Patreon and go to r/mountain. No.
Reddit.
You can go to Reddit and do r/mountain or molehill.
Yeah.
And we'll have all the list of everything that we've ever complained about.
Yeah.
Whether it's a mountain or a molehill. And if you vote it as it is a mountain, you vote up. If you think it's a molehill, you vote down. But you can also comment. Let us know your thoughts on that.
Fine. We read out most of the comments.
Yeah. Let us know your thoughts on a mountain or molehill, and give us your reasoning. Yeah. Or you can join us on Patreon, where we pretty much post everything. Because, yeah, we're not very active on socials.
We'll flop some links at the end. Yeah, pretty slack on socials.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, my mountain this week. And I've got a personal gripe with you. So in next month, we're going to see the almighty Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah, pretty good.
Are you losing your mind at that?
No, I'm like, yeah, it's going to be cool.
I told someone at work and they were like, the Seinfeld? I'm like, that made it real for me. I'm like, yeah, that's friggin' awesome.
What? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So we're going to see Seinfeld. And yesterday, you sent me a message. What did you send me?
What date's the thing?
Yeah. Okay. Now, my mountain this week is asking someone a question when Google exists.
No, I like that. See, that kind of attitude. Go on, why is that a mountain?
That is a mountain because it's lazy. Okay, I know I've got friends who work in like the 000 call center for like police and ambos.
Yeah.
They call 000 to ask questions.
That's the best.
Right?
Mm.
This is emergency services getting calls that are like, what time is noise complaints allowed? And you just need to look it up on Google.
Yeah. But you're Kevin. So I can just sling you a text. What time are we going to the Jerry show?
So you're saying this is because you're a wise man, Kevin?
Yeah, because you're wise. And this is like that kind of attitude. It's so like antisocial and that kind of thing. It doesn't hurt to ask each other questions, especially when it's something that the other person might know. They might have some insight to it that Google doesn't. Like, oh yeah, we're going on this date. We're planning on heading up on this date at this time. You'd have more information, more personal information that Google wouldn't have.
If you were to just have the conversation, hey, we're going up to Sydney in June on this date. Do you have any plans? That's a conversation. Okay? That's a conversation. If you're like, what date is it?
Yeah, that's good.
Wasting my time to be like...
No, this is a conversation. This is just being social.
No.
I didn't even need to know what time it was. I just wanted to chat.
You didn't chat. You asked the date, and that was it.
That's what I wanted to chat about.
That is a very autistic conversation.
That's how I converse.
Dates and times.
Yeah, love them.
Let's put a train schedule on there, and
I got
you'd
the
be...
information. What you can do to people who are annoying with that is, I don't know if it's still a thing, but it's let me Google this for you.
Yeah, it's an actual thing.
Yeah,
it's very...
and your mouse slowly goes over, types it into your Google search for you, and then searches it.
Yeah.
So good.
That is a genuine thing. Let me Google that for you. If you would have... I really should have done that for you.
Yeah. But also, there might be multiple sessions,
It's a Tuesday show.
Maybe.
Well, it is.
Well, I know that now. But I'll probably message you again next week and ask again.
I'll save you the hassle. Don't. I'll block you.
Okay.
But there's so many people who ask these questions, or ask, what does that mean? They don't understand a word, like a big word.
Yeah. But then there's personal insight and stuff. Google's so robotic and everything. Sometimes people just want to talk to people. People don't want to use the self-checkout. They want a person.
You know what people think about people who do that?
They're heroes. They think, man, I don't really like conversing with this person.
No, when someone asks me a question, I'm like, man, this guy's a pain in the ass.
No, you don't.
He's wasting my time. He has the capacity to do this. I don't want to just answer shit for this person. God.
What an honor it is to answer that stuff, though.
Oh, I feel so privileged to let you know. Wow, Jeremy really, really trusted me on this. I should have been like, it's next year, Jez.
Yeah, you could have. And see, that would have been an interesting conversation. Wow.
Wow, I didn't
know. It
know.
was this year for some reason. That's weird.
But you didn't.
No, because you gave the right answer.
No, you'd be like, wait, I just Googled it. It's this year.
Yeah. See? And then one of us would have Googled it.
But I would have forced your hand to do what you could have done already.
Yeah. Well, because I've got a friend in particular who I always message with questions about things going on in the world or whatever else, which I could easily Google and look through a news article. I've got a few friends, and most of that I do this with, who are very different political spectrum. So I get their personal views on this news thing.
Yeah.
That one from their very more right-wing side and one from more left-wing side, and I can get kind of an idea of the situation.
Yeah, okay, I get that. That's a topical conversation, not a date.
Yeah, but you might have an interesting perspective on what date it is.
June.
You might say, oh, it's on this date, which happens to be, George Washington's birthday. Or something.
Wow, how very interesting.
Yeah, see? You can add more to it that Google might not.
Let me tell you about the 18th of June.
Isn't it the 12th? No.
See? You should have Googled. Then you would have had the visual. You spend the time doing it. It's it's visual and a more impactful imprint on your brain. The fact is, every time we've said this date, which we've said multiple times, by the way, in multiple different, me and you have said it. We've said it in person. We've also said it in a group chat.
Yeah.
A group chat. So It's already written.
Yeah.
You just have to search.
Yeah.
And every time, you don't get the visual
I know,
impact.
because it says on there.
Yeah, no, but you're still asking the question.
Yeah, I know. It hasn't locked in yet.
Exactly. Look it up and it'll lock in because you've then spent the time and effort to educate yourself.
Yeah, but I think next time, because it's now we're the month before, so next time I hear the date, I'm going to put it in my calendar. It was too far away before. It's like, that's ages ago. I don't need to put that in
I
my
know.
calendar.
I wrote it down ages ago going, I'll have to remember that at some point. And I've got to post it in my
Did you put it in
phone.
the calendar?
No, because I've got to post it and I've scheduled days off work already and everything.
See, I haven't yet.
See, you're gonna fuck the world. You're gonna be like, oh guys, I can't go.
That might happen.
That you gotta plan this.
Yeah.
You know what it is? That's why you're asking the question. You're hoping someone will give you a reason to understand the date better. You're like, man, I just hope someone gives me something impactful like, it's George Washington's birthday. And then I'll remember the date because I'll know that day.
Yeah. So what I did, because someone bought all the tickets for all of us and we paid them back.
Yeah.
And you know, you put a description in the bank thing
Yeah.
that they get on their end.
Yeah.
Bill Cosby tickets.
I would see him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd definitely go to that show. I wouldn't want to pay for him, but I would.
It'd be so interesting to see what he thinks is funny now.
The
Anyway,
heckles will be brutal. Anyway,
yeah.
that's my mountain. I don't think there was anything more I had to say about that.
So what is it? Google people. People Googling?
People
using
asking questions when Google exists.
Okay. My mountain is... Well, I don't know. I was going to call it Tears of Power. But the problem is really the men behind it. Maybe, I don't know. Brave, heroic men.
Okay.
We'll call it Tears of Power.
Tears of Power.
Wow, what is that? What is that mountain? I gotta listen to this episode.
Whew.
What the hell is he talking about?
In all this time when we need to be discussing safety of women, you're like,
This is different.
okay.
This is different. But I don't know if you noticed, it's like every time a woman cries, it's like in public or something, or maybe in a shop,
Yeah.
they're crying about something, fully just in tears. And so many men just have to jump to the rescue. And like, oh my God, don't cry. What can we do? I need, like, what can I do to help you kind of thing. Just really need to, oh my God, this woman needs saving. She's crying.
You know what I do?
Obviously, something's wrong.
I
What?
call the police. I'm like, this person's crying in public. It's a mental health episode. Someone needs to help her. Check her welfare, please.
No, that's not always. Because, like, I had someone coming into work the other day crying, saying, oh, we need to use your services because someone else wouldn't let me. I'm like, well, we've got nothing. Sorry. Send her out. And, like, the other guys around me, like, was she crying? And someone just walked in from outside. Like, what was that lady crying about? Like, we have to save her. What happened? Is there anything we can do to stop this crying happening? It's like, it's okay, guys. She just couldn't get our services. That's all.
They don't
Like,
have
there's no-
daughters.
like, it doesn't take much to make these people cry, you know. They cry a lot.
You ever see the Seinfeld episode where there's the crier? It's Meryl Streep's backup singer.
Yeah.
And she like drops her hot dog and starts to cry and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah, and then her mother dies or something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Amazing.
oh
Amazing. Good
well.
app.
Yeah. But yeah, that happens so much. And like, I remember one time, this other guy, we had this janitor at the mall, and one time the guy saw him and was like reprimanding one of the women who wasn't doing their job properly or something, and the woman just started crying.
Yeah.
And all he was doing was saying like, oh, you're doing this wrong or whatever.
Yep.
And ever since then, this other guy at work's like, oh, that guy's a jerk. He's so mean. Saw him talking to this lady, he made her cry. Well, he was just kind of doing his job. She just cried because she's a woman, and that's what women mostly do.
I wouldn't say all women do that, but yeah.
They do cry a lot.
Some women cry a lot.
Sometimes it doesn't take much.
Sometimes they just cry.
Yeah, so you don't need to like jump to the rescue and like, I need to save this woman from tears. Like it's like it has this thing that like overpowers men. And, like it just fills them with this sense of, I need to stop this from happening. And I'm wondering if it's like an empathy thing because men think about what makes them cry. And sometimes it can take a lot, like an Auschwitz documentary or something. And so like they see this woman crying because whatever. You know.
Drop their hot dog.
She stepped on a bee. And so she's been in tears all day. And you're seeing this woman thinking like, oh my God, this Auschwitz level thing happened to her. I need to help this poor woman.
Yeah, possibly.
Maybe you don't get that. But I don't know if you've ever seen that. Like this crazy knee-jerk reaction that a lot of guys get.
No, because I hear a lot of crying in my job. And at a certain level, you have to be empathetic, but you don't have to jump to action.
Yeah, so you've been conditioned to drop it.
Well, no,
That's good. That's good.
For me, it is logical answers, whereas there's a lot of people who jump on empathetically, right?
Yeah.
People. So I've found there's two different type of people. There's people who action things based on empathy and emotion, and there's other people who act on logical.
Well, and there's
common
people who
sense.
act on being really cool.
Well, it's a mixture, right? Because there's some people who just, like, if I see someone crying, I don't think, oh, what can I do to help? I go, dealing with some shit.
Yeah.
And it's not saying I don't care. It's just saying I don't think it's my place to put I don't need to get involved.
Yeah.
I don't need that stress. And they don't need that awkward conversation from can I help you?
Yeah.
Like, I'm so sorry you're dealing with this.
Yeah.
People cry.
I know.
In fact, the past
cry.
couple of jobs I've had have all been really empathetic roles.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of crying. And sometimes you just have to go, crying's not going to work.
Yeah.
It's an emotional response to what you're dealing with. I'm sorry you're going through that. And genuinely, I do feel for that. I'm not going to drop my world to make sure you're not crying.
Yeah, but a lot of people do.
Logic is logic, and sometimes you don't have a solution. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a very logic person.
I'm also probably a bad person because I also don't care much for victim. Like, being a victim.
I hate victims.
I-
Actual victims.
No, I care.
You know, burn victims.
Ooh, those guys. Talk about ugly.
Oh.
No. There's a certain level that you gotta, like, you take accountability for partially of what has happened. You can be upset, but the second that you're crying and you need people to change the world for you, it's different.
Yeah.
At the same time, it is a big issue at the moment. You've talked about it. No. Females
They are a big issue. Yeah, you're right.
not trusting men. You know what it is, though?
Well, yeah.
We have a lot of issues at the moment where there's a lack of trust between people and certain other things. So, First Nation not trusting white Australia. Australia not trusting government. Women not trusting men. There's a lot of these. It's trust. It's these issues are happening and we're not getting the resolution we want.
But then there's me trusting everyone except methies.
Meth heads, they're unpredictable.
Yeah, you never know with them.
Yeah, and very energetic.
Yeah, they've got the power to take over the world if they
Crack rabbits.
fuck it. Yeah.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, but pretty much everyone else give them a chance. Yeah.
Okay. Now, I didn't get to bring it in before. Is that your mountain? We're done?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tears of power.
Fair. So I just, you know how you scroll your phone, doom scrolling?
Oh, that's a mountain for another day.
Ooh, no, we've done that, I think.
Mm.
I came across 5-minute craft videos.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? This is fun. I want to see what I can do with toilet paper rolls.
Yeah.
So I went and looked at a bunch of videos. I was trying to get to sleep last night and I just chucked it on just to see, okay, what's happening.
Yeah.
And here are some examples of what they're teaching us on 5-minute craft.
Well, because it used to be a legitimate, here's some quick shit you can do. And it was like, cool. But now it's definitely a parody.
Oh, I don't understand. Like, some of it, you're like, that could work.
Yeah.
But one of them was like, you're a female, you're laying on the beach and you can't get comfortable, so you dig a hole for your boobs and now you're comfortable. Cool. That works, I guess. So, like common sense things. Just, yeah. So, all right, let's say you are going to the beach.
Yeah.
Now, this is very beach-themed episode that I was watching.
Yeah.
You're going to the beach and you need a quick lunch. What do?
Catch fish.
Grab a furnace and put hot dogs in it.
Yeah. Yeah, you do.
It's like builds his hot dogs in this furnace. It was amazing. You want to have a drink with your friends, but geez, it's a hot day. You better get a cooler, a stubby holder.
Yeah.
But you don't know what to use. What do? Get a nappy, pour water in it, and put it in the freezer.
Yeah.
Then, when it's ready, nice and frozen, pull it out of the freezer and wrap your beer in it.
Yeah, perfect.
Another solution to the hot sun and how to protect your beers.
Meanwhile, big coolers are probably cheaper than nappies.
Yeah, much cheaper. Don't hold the cold as well, though. So, you need to keep your beers cold. So what do? You dig a hole. You put all your drinks in, and then put a toilet seat over it. So you have a lid, like an in-ground esky.
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay, and...
Who has a toilet seat spare?
There's this lady. So there's a lady sitting in the sun, and she's having trouble seeing her phone. They acted out so
Yeah.
well.
No, it's like the guys from the commercials. They're like,
Boy.
yeah.
So this lady's having a difficult time seeing her phone in the sun. What'd she do? Get a big box and put it on her head.
Yeah.
So she's now in a box.
Yeah, that'd do it.
Hilarious. These...
Because they're definitely parody things. Like there's some, they always throw in like one that's like, oh, that's a semi-feasible thing, like hot dogs in a flask. Yeah, okay, they'd stay hot. Yeah, that'd be fine. Like it's silly, but
I needed hot dogs at this beach.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah.
Do you have a question this week?
Oh,
Did you already do the comments for the question?
I did.
I
did.
Yeah, while I was doing the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It was a good, yeah.
Yeah.
Good response. I think it answered some really needed questions.
Yeah.
So this question comes from a circumstance. So comedian Arj Barker has recently come to Australia.
Yeah.
While he was at this show, a female in the crowd had her baby. Now this is a 15+ show.
Yeah.
He specifically said age restrictions. Now I think if you have a baby and you need to go out and you don't have a babysitter,
You don't go out. Stay home.
Yeah, you stay home. Or, you know, maybe just be courteous. These people work hard.
Yeah.
Consider those people. Anyway, Arj Barker told this lady who brought a child...
A baby.
A baby, 7-month-old baby,
Yeah.
to the theatre. And he goes, I can speak baby. And he's saying we should go outside.
Yeah.
Right? Now this baby's cooing and crying, and I can't imagine how distracting that will be when you're trying to perform your art.
Yeah.
So this lady gets really upset that she's been kicked out of a theater. Other people leave as well.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Apparently she was breastfeeding at the time. He couldn't
No,
see.
she wasn't. She wasn't. The news, the articles and everything all said breastfeeding mother kicked out.
She's
wasn't.
a mother who breastfeeds.
She's a mother who breastfeeds.
Okay.
She wasn't breastfeeding at the
That
time.
makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Which we'll get
And
to.
who cares if she was or not? Just get the baby out of there. She doesn't belong.
The interviews that she had after with news.
She got
areas.
shat on so
Oh,
bad.
so bad. So this
She
lady.
deserved that.
Yeah, so this lady was in front of the news, and this news anchor was trying to interview her, and even the interviewer empathetically says, "Do you think someone can give the baby to Dad? Can Dad take the baby?"
Yeah.
Hang on, this is what he's saying. Anyway,
Yeah.
so
And she did the whole circuit. All the news people.
yeah,
Like, no shit. This is annoying.
all of them were like, "What are you doing?" Anyway,
I saw this Aardvark set since then,
yeah.
and he's like, excuse me, sir. I can hear your tummy rumbling. If you can please get out. Oh, and you, about 3 rows back, your nose is whistling a bit when you're breathing in. Just stop breathing for me, please.
I haven't watched much Arch Barker since I was a kid, but he's pretty good.
Well, I think, like, when he was younger, every punchline was just yelling.
Yeah.
Like, he was a bit funny, but every punchline was the same. Just him yelling.
Although he did have one which was like, I went to the shop the other day to buy shampoo and asking, how much is this? Yeah, punch me in the face. That's the last time I've shot a price attack.
Yeah.
Pretty funny.
Good. But, yeah, a lot of his new jokes are more jokes. They're good. It's not just him yelling.
Comedy.
Yeah. So he's
Good.
Anyway, what's your question?
My question is, the breastfeeding thing made me think. And this is a controversial topic because I don't necessarily have an opinion.
Yeah.
At what age should a child stop breastfeeding?
Well, I personally am uncomfortable with it after kids can talk.
Yep.
But really, it's kind of good for them to, as long as possible. It's good for like their immune systems and all this other stuff.
I think, as far as what it does for humans.
Like, because honestly, I think minimum it should be up until they can talk. It should be for as long as you're comfortable doing
Yeah.
it.
So what do you say? A year, 3 months, a year, 6 months?
Maybe like when they're really good talking.
Good talking.
I don't mean just like, I mean like a real, excuse me, mother, I would like some boob, please. Like when you can say that sentence.
I've
Cut 'em off.
never heard a kid.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Because, you know,
It's
like
very polite.
3, they're not talking really.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they can say things. Oh, dog. Yeah. They're not having conversations. So, I mean, when they can have a conversation.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
So I think for me, it's I totally agree with that. For me, like the health stuff. So it's all like kids should breastfeed because it's good for them, maybe. But then there's the social norm of like, hey,
What's that 12-year-old doing on your tit?
yeah,
Yeah, like it's a weird. There is weird social things about it, but why are those social things the way they are? Like, I hate seeing it. I hate being around it. I think it's gross, but I do think it's important.
I think
Like, I don't want to be.
you'll never
near it.
judge anyone who's doing it. You kind of just accept it's what it is.
No, I don't judge. I just have a mini vomit in my mouth and go away.
Well, when Vera was getting breastfed,
Hated it.
you hated it.
Yeah.
You're like, oh,
Yeah.
put it away.
No,
That's
I wasn't
for-
like put it away. It's like, great, go. This is great stuff. I'm gonna go.
I don't want to see my fun things used that way.
No, they weren't fun things anymore.
That was the day I turned into an ass man.
No, but the antenatal classes where they teach you all about the stuff. This is how babies work.
Prenatal.
Yeah.
Antenatal would be like, no babies.
No, but I think
Antenatal?
it's called that.
What does natal
but
mean?
It's something about baby.
No natal.
But
Get rid of that natal, please. Alright.
yeah, antenatal care is a planned visit between a pregnant woman and a midwife or doctor to assess and improve well-being of mother and baby throughout pregnancy. So yeah, antenatal is before. It's anti, not A-N-T-I, A-N-T-E-N-A-T.
Antenatal.
Yeah. Anyway,
But we say it as antenatal.
so yeah, as soon as I did the breastfeeding classes, I was put off boobs for years.
But you're like, at the same time, definitely see the benefit. That kid should have that in its face.
Well, yeah, I think it's important for humans.
I think it's very important for humans.
Doesn't mean I have to see it. I don't like watching normal food people eating videos, like mukbang videos. People love that. They would love to eat people eat just heaps of stuff. I don't know why. It's gross to me.
Mukbang?
Yeah, or mukbang or something.
What is mukbang?
It's these videos that, like, it's usually Japanese people and they just eat heaps of food. They've got, like, heaps of bowls of food in front of them and they just eat.
I've never heard of this.
Yeah, it's a popular thing. Hugely popular. There was this guy, this white guy, I think maybe Asian.
Yeah.
He used to be a really good violinist.
Yeah.
And he's been doing these videos for years. And, like, he was this, like, thin guy and now he's huge.
Wow.
I'll try to find pictures of him. I'll
Yeah.
put him up there. He got massive for doing these videos.
You know what it is?
What?
Apparently, antidepressants are very good at weight gain. So he's probably just gotten very depressed that his life has turned into eating videos. And he's like, I'll get on these. It's affected his weight. He's gotten bigger.
I think it's the videos that made him put on weight. He's
Probably.
Like, yeah. I don't know the whole story behind him, but yeah. That's fun.
I've never
So
thought...
like watching eating. So, yeah, what's the question? What age...
What age
breastfeed
should it
a
be
child?
appropriate for breast... And I'm talking about the social norm of it. When you're sitting at a restaurant, a mum pulls out its boob. At what age should that kid be?
Well, I think... like, I hate when it happens at a restaurant. I know it's going to happen. I just don't want to be around
I don't
it.
care.
I do care.
Kids
So my
need to
societal norm is... As long as you're breastfeeding, it doesn't matter how age, you stay at home forever. You never leave the house until you finish breastfeeding. That's my
Okay.
societal take on it. Mothers should be responsible and stay home forever.
Responsible.
And stay home.
So that kid...
So if they're breastfeeding until 25, that's fine, but you stay home.
So what about that kid? Is it not allowed to see the light of day?
It goes out with its dad. Dad takes them out.
So you reckon feed at home and then leave for like 10 minutes and just in case, here's your curfew.
No, well, because when it starts eating other food, the breastfeeding isn't its primary source anymore.
Yeah.
That might be like a sometimes thing. Maybe like a for bedtime thing or... whatever,
Okay.
you know?
All right. See, I think a kid, when it's able to run up to mum and say, boob, please, mum should be like, oh, you're human now. It might be time.
So your cutoff's like 2 or 3. I can't
Probably,
remember what age they start.
probably 2.5 would be my absolute max.
You know men can produce milk?
See, that might make things better.
Do
Like
you think it would
boob
taste
milk?
the same? Yeah. Yeah. It's usually in pretty extreme situations it can happen. Like if they're the only... I don't know if it's a whole empathy thing that comes on, like if there's no mother around and then their body kind of takes over. I don't know, but it can happen.
We should work out how to make milk.
I don't know if I want to. I think it would be weird.
Okay. So, all right, that's your question. At what age should mums breastfeed till as a social norm? Put it into context. You're at a cafe. mum pulls out its boob, at what point is it uncomfortable for that kid to show up?
This is a very feminist episode.
Well, no, because I'm very supportive of females.
Yeah, but we've already talked about female things all day.
Yeah, I feel like we don't have the right.
Yeah, but we're going to call it the feminist episode.
Oh, shit. People are going to get in... No, that's a terrible idea.
Why?
Because people are going to watch this and be like... I don't care about our...
People.
No, I don't care about our small fan base. But if you have someone come in and be like, have you seen these two assholes from Canberra?
That would explode us. We'd be huge.
It's a horrible idea.
That's a great idea.
Oh, I'll get fired.
No, you won't.
They'll be like, are you that guy?
I'm like, yeah, I hate women. No, but you've been all standing up for them.
Is that a baby? Fuck off.
You almost did your violence against women rant until I cut you off. So you look like a good guy.
They'll be like, but you hang out with an asshole.
You're related to him. You don't have a choice.
Oh, yeah, he's autistic.
Yeah.
It's fine. He's had many vaccines.
Autistic. I had so many vaccines.
Very good. All right. Well, you can find us on all of these links.
I know I have to edit links.
Yeah, I was thinking that Sarko, Bucko. Yeah. All of them.
I remember when we started putting them in the description. You gotta do that in the description. Links.
Yeah, I think we promised that we would put names at the end of the video.
You know what? And that bit, I'm just gonna say, not doing it, Kev. They're in the description, and then people can go to the description.
What if someone? Yeah, I don't know how to work.
They can go in the description.
I don't know. They look at the description. Well done. Well played.
Yeah. Bye,
Inside
hungry.
baseball. Inside baseball.
Yeah. Bye, hungry.
Where does? You rushed that ending.
Yeah, quick one.
It was mean.
Yep.
People are so keen to have that last second. Oh.
Click.
Hi, Hungries.
I can cut it based on... We've done the Hi Hungries.
And this is Kevin and Jeremy.
We've
the
already
brothers
done
who are
I'm cutting
dads.
this bit. I'm going to cut from the previous intro because we just nailed it.
Are you just cutting? You can just snip it in.
We don't need to snip anything.